Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much again for watching the video. It took very long for me to make this video because me and my husband were into the biggest transition of our life, moving from Hyderabad to Australia. It wasn't easy emotionally, forget about the monetary stuff and the physical exertion, but emotionally it was very difficult for me to leave Hyderabad and come here because I have never learned how to stay without my parents, but life teaches you everything. So I miss my city, Hyderabad. Above all, I miss my parents, I miss my sisters, my friends, my house help. I just miss them a lot. So it was a very bold decision that we have taken. We came to Australia, and the city that we came into, we actually had no idea about the city because we hardly knew anybody here. And just about when we were planning to come to Australia, the day was coming near. We were invited by a lot of people. One was at the dhaba, and this is lunch from my mother and my sisters at Levant, a Turkish restaurant. A wonderful place to hang out with your family. The more time I was spending with my family, it was making it more and more difficult for me to step out from Hyderabad because I'm telling you, I've never learned to live without my parents. And it still aches, but you just have to take life as it comes. So that's the zarab, my favorite food from the Levant restaurant. Wonderful, amazing food. And it's not that I've never been overseas. I've been to a lot of places, but Hyderabad is Hyderabad. Just before we came here, I wanted to get some handicrafts, and that's why we went to Shilparamam. People who are from Hyderabad, they would know that you get the best handicrafts at Shilparamam. This was again a gathering organized by my husband's friends. The team that we had in India, which was totally involved in social causes, I respect that team so much. They were always on the toes. They still are, though we communicate with them virtually but they still are. There's no midnight for them. There's no early morning for them. There's no any schedule which stops them from working for the social cause. This is a team, and it was a very emotional moment there to leave the entire team, the families of their team who are like my families too. They're a part of my family too now. That's how I feel. A few things that were sent by my aunt's, cake and the wonderful lunch. And here we are in Australia. Initially it was extremely lonely and didn't really like it, honestly. Not talking about the place. It's beautiful, but the emotional connect wasn't there with people. So initially I was a little depressed. Then life has to go on. But that depression slowly started to drop down because I met a family, which is a wonderful family. They've been very helpful since the time we have stepped in the city. And also there's another family like that. The connect that I had in Hyderabad with a lot of families, the kind of cordial relationships you maintain in Hyderabad is not here that much as of now. But these two families are amazing families. This is the protest that happens every Sunday for Palestine. So we try to go there every Sunday. It's wonderful to be there. So these are the oranges from the garden of our house. In the span of 2 months, I think we moved into 3 different houses. So it was It was a smooth move because we did not have a lot of luggage with us, but still, who would want to move so quickly from one house to the other? And here we come to the beach. And one good thing here is, you get to connect a lot with your husband, your partner, because that time you wouldn't get in India because, I mean, from the time you're married, you don't get to spend so much of time with your husband or your wife because you have such a big extended family that it's very difficult for you to connect with your husband emotionally. And here I think it's wonderful to be with him. I enjoy being with him, and I think that after 10 years of marriage, this is the time that I'm actually getting to know him more and he is getting to know me more because we have less interferences in our house. So that's good actually, I think. I miss this chicken, which is generally made by my mother. Very, very amazing. Sometimes life takes you to places where you ponder on your existence, what you want to do in life, what would you take away when you die, what are you going to leave behind when you die. So I think it's good. So just leaving a thought with you. What's the purpose of life? What's the meaning of our existence? Can we make this world beautiful, peaceful? Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, so today I'm going to make a berry jam. It's a very quick jam with no preservatives. You see I've got berries here. It's a combo of all the berries. If you hear the birds chirping behind, I just love that sound, and that's the beauty of this place. Again, it's so close to nature. And here you've got sugar. Actually, the sugar quantity should be as equal to the quantity of berries that you're taking, but I have taken a little less than that because I don't want it too sweet. I just want to leave it a little bit more tangy. And here in the spoon that you see is the salt. I've taken the pink salt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a vessel and add the berries to it and let the berries leave their water. And then I'm going to add sugar to it. And while I'm adding sugar, after cooking it a little bit more, then I'm going to add salt. And then the consistency, I'll show it to you. So this was a very quick recipe I thought I'm going to make today because it's been really, really long that I actually made something. So here we get started. Like you see here, the berries are leaving their own juice. So they're going to get cooked in that. When I said it's been really, really long that I cooked something, that means for the video. I've been cooking every day though. If you see at the time when you put the berries on the stove, if you see that the juice is not excreted immediately, you can sprinkle some water, like very little, very, very little. And just to let you know, mind you, that this, when you add sugar, is going to splash. So I just cleaned my kitchen. I'm not going to clean it again. So I'm going to, when I add sugar, I'm going to cover this up with the lid, leaving the spatula in it like this. Now you see how they're getting a little soft. This is the right time for me to add sugar. And here you go, sugar is in. Time for me to cover it up with the lid. Like I said, no splashes. It's not good for the kitchen, it's not good for you. It's gonna burn your hand. Very, very quickly, just added the salt here, mixing it up, and then I'm gonna cover it up with the lid, let it cook. To get a smooth texture of jam, you can actually drain this and then you just get a very, very smooth texture of it. But I just want to leave it with the pulp, you know, with all this. I don't like the too soft paste of it. I'm just going to leave it with the whole fruit in it. So just cooking it for some more time till it's ready. Okay, so here it is. That's the consistency of the jam, which looks a little raw with all the fruits in here. That's the consistency. Now it's hot, so the consistency is this. Now as it's going to get a little cool, the consistency is going to get a little thicker. That's the spread on the jam. My sister's children, my nieces and nephews, they just loved it, and I'm sure your children would like it too, and you would like it too. So please enjoy, and do not forget to please give me your feedback. Thank you so much for watching. You have a great day ahead.